he's saying and say if it resonated with me, and it did last night. Because the only reason why I went last night is not because the Prime Minister is coming to speak, is because the Prime Minister was invited by a financial institution. And where I am concerned, I believe in dollars and cents. And outside of that, I don't care zero. I believe in dollars and cents. What makes sense from my pocket? That's what I believe in. I make no apologies for that.
You're preaching a message.
Government, to me.
Just ask you one
Well,
question.
we don't have to quarrel with Gaffman to believe that you are doing a good job. He's entitled to his own opinion. And if Gaffman think you're not doing a good job, that is his opinion. You don't have to force him to say, yes, you guys are doing a
I think you have a certain respect. I realize that you have a certain respect for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, this present Prime Minister of Jamaica, right?
Oh.
And based on that, based on what you actually hear he said last night, I think that your respect have even become a bit more, and you are willing to say, yes, this Prime Minister is excellent for running the country, right? So you are one of the persons should really come out and speak on behalf of the PM.
No, repeat that last part.
I say you could be one of the person who should actually come out and speak on behalf of the PM, because even though you say you don't vlog for any political party, but you know and you understand what Jamaica have been through, and you know where Jamaica is heading today, and you see the work the Prime Minister is doing, right? And I know that you have a lot of respect for the PM.
You're missing what I just said a while ago, and I said the only reason why I went to that event because the Prime Minister was invited here by a financial institution out of Jamaica, and it's all about dollars and cents. And dollars and cents make sense for me. Okay, that is why I went there to hear what this entity have to offer the diaspora, to see if I can be inside that to earn $1. That is what I believe in. That's why I went here. And I am saying to you, while the Prime Minister was there speaking, the Prime Minister represented Jamaica. The Prime Minister represented Jamaica. The Prime Minister said a whole lot about road infrastructure. The Prime Minister talked about road registrar. The Prime Minister talked about the building of the science schools, the 7 science school. The Prime Minister did not get down in any political tribalistic talk. And I am saying, what if I was a blogger and what the Prime Minister spoke about last night, that is the message that I myself would be spreading. What he spoke about last night, I would have taped it and I would have listened to it and I would have dissected it. And that is what I would have carried throughout. That is my argument.
So, Garfman, in a nutshell, I say in a business with Jamaica, it's just business about the money. You're not really interested in Jamaica. We get that. So just come on, you think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? So just come on, file live and allow us to do what we want to do, because we have been preaching the message of the Jamaica Labour Party every single day. Sometimes we go down in the politics. That's what we're here to do. You're not expecting
the from the politics, and
just you can't tell us what to do.
Stay away from the politics.
Go and turn on your live and do
No, I don't need
turn on your live and preach about money. Please, don't make me talk now. Please. Please make me talk, because on the day up here I listen to Gaffman and chat pure shit and just make you know say
don't tell him that
hold on, or just make Garfman and tell you plain and straight say him not really care about Jamaica, him care about him pocket, and that is it. He never went there because of Jamaica, he went there because of his pocket. You hear what I'm saying? Him not have nothing to lose. Why we need to entertain him any further? Yes, we go down in the tribal politics. Yes, we talk about the history of Jamaica.
But you are bigger than
just
that.
Make me talk.
Just
make me talk.
You are 10 times better than what you are saying.
Make me talk.
Let me talk. You sound like a talk show.
Yes, because I am upset with what you're saying.
No, but you know
really
it's upset. Am I lying? Yes, sir.
No, just allow me to speak.
I am? No.
Just allow me
you want
to
me to
finish,
be truthful,
please.
or you want me to be disingenuous?
Garfman, just make me talk, no.
All right, talk, my dear. I have a lot of respect for you, you know that.
You know why I'm upset? This is the problem that we have in Jamaica. Una always thinks una better than Jamaica politics all the time. And on to come here and to benefit off of the system. And so when you come on to voting and making sure that the system that you guys are benefiting off continues, you guys don't support it. And you just confirmed that to me a while ago. I don't know if anybody else hear it, but I heard just that. You're just profiting off of what Andrew is doing. You're not going to turn on your life any day and say, hey, this is what is happening in Jamaica. This is what is good for Jamaica. No, but you went there because of your pocket based on the work that the Jamaica Labour
I promote
Party is
policies,
doing.
though. I promote policy.
Just let me finish, sir.
politics.
You were speaking here all along. I'm listen to you. I think of my time now to speak. Please. Right? You will not come here and promote anything that the Jamaica Labour Party is doing, but you know what you do? You find the time, all the time, to come here and say, oh, Una shouldn't be doing this, Una shouldn't be doing that. If you take or took that stance, I think you should have the capability to turn on your life and do what we, the Jamaica Labour Party bloggers, are not doing. That's what you should do if you are so confident and believe in the system that you want to invest in that cause you on a Friday evening, not to go turn on the your talk show program where you have, not to go spend time with your friends, not to go to the bar, not to go to a restaurant, but to go listen to Andrew speak. I think you can turn on your life, educate others, and tell them this is what is happening in Jamaica, and I am planning to profit off it. And I land.
Let me can get a chance to say something to
Well said, Lashika. Well said.
Chops, how about to join me here today at 2 o'clock?
Golfman. You know, say, sometimes I'm disappointed in you. Because they come like the more money they have and the more they become ungrateful and become hypocrite. What is so difficult for you to, well, you know what? Let me not even say that. Because the truth is, I'm here listening. I'm trying to figure out what is the disagreement between government. Hold on, the government. You think, what is the disagreement between the panel, the persons on the panel, and government? Because I heard government just wheel off what the Prime Minister said in Florida. And I think that was a resounding endorsement by him repeating what the Prime Minister said. So
Exactly.
Hold on a second, big man, because I have my bone to pick it up. I know I'm being unfair to you. What is the disagreement with government, folks?
So what he said, he came and he was asking I listened to him asking the question, why would the Prime Minister go tell the diaspora to come and tell the people to come out and vote or something like that? And I was asking the question, what was the context of what him saying that? You cannot take the words in the middle of a sentence, take word out of the middle and just come and say that this is what he's saying. So he's asking us, why would he say that? What does he mean when he said, come and ask the diaspora who lives abroad to come and tell the Jamaican people them to come out and vote or something like that? That's not
what I said, madam. That's not what I said.
Okay.
Let me say it again. The Prime Minister reel off a litany of achievement of the government of Jamaica. He spoke about roads. He spoke about healthcare. He spoke about crime. He spoke about education. He spoke about the schools that he's planning on building, the science school. And he talked about the reduction in crime, and Jamaica is in a better place than it is today. He spoke about even the fact that the Commissioner of Police escorted him to the plane door and give him the latest statistic and the murder rates and the crime in Jamaica. And he talked about Jamaica is in a position to accept all the investment. Jamaica is ready for investors. Come on home. Jamaica is bright and open. And the Prime Minister said, what I want for you guys to do is here, where in my earshot, is to call your friends and family back in Jamaica and tell them about the good things that you have heard here tonight. And my question is this: why the Prime Minister have the need to tell people in Kingston 21/Diaspora to call your friends and family back in Jamaica? And I am saying, in my summary of that, because the people them who are in Jamaica or the bloggers are not on the same page pushing out the information what the Prime Minister need the people of Jamaica to hear. That is it.
Foolishness you talk, man.
No, okay.
The message that the Prime Minister brought to Florida was probably 2% of the message that he would have presented in Jamaica. 2%. 2%. One speech in what? How many years? Probably 2 years. Probably a year ago or so. He went to Florida, and he speaks to Jamaicans every week at Parliament, and he speaks to Jamaicans every the Hope House are handing over turn on water, and you're telling me that what?
Chopper, and I mean say to the Chopper. And the
No,
Prime Minister
what I'm
say
saying
to
to
the
you,
brother.
you're misinterpreting what the Prime Minister is
And-
saying. The Prime
And that's
Minister
why I
is
said
saying-
something. Sorry, that's why I said to him something is wrong with what you're saying because it's not connecting. And
The
that's
Prime
why I
Minister
asked for the
is-
context.
Ms. Marcia, the Prime Minister is in Florida, speaking to Jamaicans who potentially,
Right.
not just potentially, who sometimes
Influence the
and vote,
voters.
or they have
Exactly.
to speak to those persons and to say to them, what I'm saying to you is true, it's factual, these are valid information. And I'm asking you also, in addition to what I am doing back home, to call up your relatives and to share the good news. The Prime Minister is well aware. Hold on a second. The Prime Minister is well aware that the diaspora, people in the diaspora, are influenced sometimes by their folks in the States. Some of them are influenced by the little money where them send down. Some of them have control over them. They can call them and say, hey, make sure you go vote, make sure you support the Prime Minister and everything. I'm going to send them more money.
No. The Prime Minister never asked nobody to support him.
Government, I don't think you can listen to understand what Chapacha is saying.
You know
Why
you
you think why you think Mark Walling keeps going overseas to these conferences?
Mark Golding come overseas to go to look votes and to seek money, just like the Prime Minister left last night to a function.
Hey, what up? Answer the need for look money, labor right, my bro. Labor right, my bro. I'm gonna walk and look my money.
So
And
let me
I
ask
scam
you a
nobody
question.
get the
Hold
money.
on, a question.
Don't do it.
So hold on.
Hold on,
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Hold on.
Let me ask a question.
Before you reach there. No, before you reach there, Bridget, why you do that,
Let
man?
me ask a question.
No,
but I have to ask a question.
One of your questions still no answer yet, Bridget. Hold on, man. You cannot lay the things them doesn't lay them pan layer. We're saying, and what Chapa said, diaspora, some of these people are monarchs and matriarchs of their homes. They send money back home. They have influence at home. Why not utilize the avenues or the channels of these people to send a message back home, while you on the ground at home is also sending a message? You are just doubling down on the message that you're sending to voters and electorates in Jamaica. Nothing is wrong with the Prime Minister did or said. Why you find an issue with all of the good things that was said? But the one thing I hit you lie down, pan me brethren. Come on, man, better than that, man. You're grown. Supposed to get read between the lines.
But no,
Man, I'm gonna ask you a question before you go in.
hold on a second, Chris. Now I understand what Trapper, what the context comes from, what the man was saying, because he's it wasn't connecting to me when you said road and this and that. But no, I understand based on what Trapper just said, and we should allow Trapper to finish so he can explain his point more, so people can understand where he's coming from when the Prime Minister said those words.
So I was saying to you, Ms. Marsha, thank you, that Goffman is suggesting that he referred to Florida as Kingston 21. Yeah? But Prime Minister only speak to Kingston 21 probably 1 or 2 times over the last 3 years. And they speak to Jamaicans every year. The Prime Minister is not naive to knowing that there, as Winner just explained a while ago, there are a lot of Jamaicans who rely and who are influenced by their colleagues and their family in the States. So whenever you speak to those persons, you give them the message. The ultimate goal for the Prime Minister is to get the support of the diaspora, not just in returning for investment, but the diaspora's influence on their families and friends back home. So the Prime Minister is soliciting their support in coming back to Jamaica to invest, and also to speak to Jamaicans and explain to Jamaicans why they're coming back home to invest. Goffman, let me tell you something. What happened in Florida yesterday is a testimony or a testament to the good governance of the Jamaica Labour Party. I am
It's nothing
sorry.
new.
I am
It's
so, but
nothing
I'm
new.
saying to you, what I find disheartening
Where you
is,
find this on?
is when well-thinking or supposedly, in parentheses, well-thinking Jamaicans like yourself would want to belittle the Prime Minister's contribution, or
Are you serious, Chopper?
no,
Chopper,
but
are
hold
you
on,
mentally
a
stable?
second, because you're dwelling on 0.00001% of the Prime Minister's speech. And the funny thing is, the section that you're dwelling on is irrelevant to the grand scheme of things. The Prime Minister is delivering for Jamaica, you know. And it is hard. I think you people like you are hurting because you, Goffman, find it difficult to come out and say, you know what, I am in total agreement with this Jamaica Labour Party government. They are doing good for Jamaica. They deserve to continue to run this country, because what I am seeing in the party, that your wife is a good woman, you know. She's a good lady. I mean, I don't know what kind of mistake she making, brother. I don't know what blunder she blunder, you know. But she's an honorable labor right, you know. I mean, I don't know how she deal with it, you know. Hypocrisy, you know, because you know the truth. You see it every day. Are you know what, folks? Let me just bust in bubbles. When me and Goffman talk, you know, Goffman is a different Goffman from here, so you know. Yes, sir, Pete. The level of hypocrisy where you see my display, so you know. When he talk and praise the government, you know. Sure, because I'm, you know, unscrupulous enough for, you know, record people conversation and them something. But Mr. Goffman, you must be honest with yourself. You must come out and defend what is right for Jamaica and stop
That's why I say
stop
chaps,
the
and that's why
leeches
I
on
say,
Jamaica. No,
and
dear.
that's why I say, and chaps, that's why I was so upset a while ago when him say him not have nothing to lose and him just go because it's all about his pocket. No, if we continue to take that stance, people in the middle class and even the rich folks, if you want to say the upper class, upper echelon, right? If we continue to take that stance, people are not going to see the benefit and understand, because one of the problem somebody brought to my attention the other day, them say, oh, you ever see Matalana go vote? You ever see them, the people they go vote that are go vote? And if we continue to behave like this, we are gonna have people who have grade 5 and grade 6 and grade 9 education like you, Richards, continue to make decisions for us. We cannot continue to think like that, and I am so offended that you, who is thinking to benefit of Jamaica, find it hard to even make a post and say, hey, Jamaica is going in the right direction. I don't like that, and I'm disappointed and I'm offended.
No. I think you're abusing me now. This is political abuse.
I am not. That's what you said. You said if it was not for a financial institution, you wouldn't have gone to the meeting, because apparently nothing about Jamaica strikes your eye other than your pocket. And that you say your pocket is more important than anything else. That's what you said a while ago.
If you allow me to respond, my good lady Lashika, I will tell you this again, and I make no apology or reservation, bar none whatsoever. I have said this. Chopper and I have open discussion on South Florida radio about the positive of Jamaica and the direction of Jamaica. My argument I have with people like the JLP bloggers is that my content I have with you guys is that if you guys could only stay on the message of the Jamaica, and I am not the only person saying it, your good friend Kevin O'Brien Chang once said, and you guys could spread the positive and spread the direction of Jamaica. When I listen to a guy them called Marlon Morgan that comes on with Conrad O'Brien, the station News Star, And when I listen to a Conrad or Brian, and when I finish, if I was a blind man, you could see. And those are the routes that people like yourself need to go. And Chopper know this. And Chopper is no idiot. And if you realize it,
Government, never cut your name greater because what you say in a world no way, because at the end of the day, these fancy people and money people who you are we to purport to we are bloggers. Who not come down,
And you know what?
Hello,
But he just
let me
said,
finish.
he
You
just say
are
now
not
vote.
coming down to vote. I don't care about you and the money people them in the diaspora. Me have vlog for the JLP for Winston. Me go talk to the people them on the ground. Me not care about the people them overseas. So let Marlon Morgan and Kevin O'Brien Chang and even Chopper himself go and speak to those people if he want. But when it comes to me and my house, I am my aim is listen to me.
Can I say something and jump
My
after
aim is
Goody?
for Andrew Holness is to get his third term and the people who vote live in Jamaica and the people who vote are the grassroots people. So I mean, I care about what you and your people. Top on our friend them want to preach. Carry that message go over the PNP.
And they are purporting Mark Golding as brand new. So we have to go back in history. There's no way we cannot speak about Mark Golding's history because see Mark Golding come out and say, oh, I have nothing to do with Pintac. If we do not go back into those gutters sometime, the truth will never be told. So I don't understand you. Yes, I understand that we can add a little bit more to what, but we do. I think we really come here and we speak about the things then. But when you see a commenter say, hey, Mark Golding are the man with integrity, you have to go down in the gutter and tell him say Mark Golding is a damn crook.
To how I spin what Darkman is saying, and I'm gonna agree based on a spin I put on it. You're right when you said we're not staying on to message because when we argue with people like you, Richard, the one teeth man there, the Miss Netta, the caution, when we argue with people like those, it takes off our own message.
Miss Netta, Marcia.
That a one UK, damn miserable old coot.
All right, Garfman.
Hold on, let me
Garfman.
finish. Hold on, let me just finish
that is what
Jamaica.
Goffman is telling you, doing a matter.
Eh?
That is essentially what Goffman is
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I agree with him when he, to an extent, to say that we're off message. Because when we stop and talk to these people and argue back and forth and the Ingram, we come off message completely. So I agree in that context. I totally agree with you there.
right.
All right, Garfman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Now,
right, I
look,
just have a
before
few
you ask, hold on. Now, forget look
Yeah.
for prosperity, because you already have yours. Because you come back to invest.
Hold on, man. Before you go, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, man.
If the Prime Minister
Let
never tell
Jamaica speak now. Jamaica was, and then you, Chris. Come on, give Jamaica a
All right,
chance.
Garfman. I just have a few little questions more to ask you, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a concern for the people in Jamaica and not the people of Jamaica?
I have a concern for the people in Jamaica, regardless what you may believe or not.
And you want to see better for us, right?
And I want to see better for myself first, then we can help others.
No, don't you want to see better for us?
I just answer
Sir,
the
just
question.
go and
It is
do your
true.
business where you do
So-
to make your
so
money.
therefore,
Slip up
then-
one man, one.
What I am asking you and pleading with you, right? When I say pleading, you must understand what I mean. You went to the thing there with the Prime Minister last night. I'm asking you now to go ahead and bring that message to us Jamaicans, what the Prime Minister said. You can bring it in your words and put it out there. That's we the regular Jamaicans on the street understand what the Prime Minister actually went in Miami and said.
Jamaica, man. You know,
Me no know where in there you waste time with government I waste of time. Hello, I don't agree with that one also what government said because
If government have a
Because,
concern
hold
for
on,
the
Chris.
people of Jamaica,
him not have no concern.
have no
Government is about himself. And and Marcia me disagree with that too, because when we argue with the idiots over upon the PNP, so we cannot just sit down and allow them to sit on one platform and spread freedom narrative and spread lies So we are on message when we go on their platform and debunk their lies. When government try use a psychology or tell we say, oh, don't go in the gutter, don't debunk their lies. Just let them talk what they want to talk and you stick on message while them over there win 55,000 votes with them lies. And we over here dogs are captivate and attack to labor rights with our truth.
No,
I
sorry.
do not
Sorry,
agree with the government.
sorry, Chris. Sorry, Chris. Let me say this. I am not saying we should not. I am not saying that we should not talk to them. What I'm saying is that when we talk to them, we're not supposed to be going back and forth. We make our point and we say the good thing, because what we are promoting is the positiveness. At the end of every speech, we're supposed to reel off at least 10 stuff that the Prime Minister is doing good into the country. So no, I am not saying we should not talk to them. I totally agree. But where we're going to go down, because if it wasn't for us, as somebody rightly said, that 28 bank accounts where they almost killed the Prime Minister with, if it wasn't for us pushing back, people who don't get the message to say it's okay to have 28 bank accounts. I am not saying we should not talk to them. So continue, Chris.
Yeah, Grafman. Well, I want to say, if the Prime Minister never come to Florida, I met the streets last night. You weren't thinking about buying?
I wouldn't. Oh, good question. If the Prime Minister never come to Florida and make the speech, if I couldn't think about buying?
Yeah, hold on. You won't think about coming back to Jamaica, come buy a house?
Are you serious?
No, may I ask you that?
Ask your question, Bridget. Come on.
Are you serious, sir?
The man asks you a question.
Ask your
Yes or
question.
no?
Let me say this to you. Whether or not the Prime Minister did come to South Florida and make and give a presentation, if I want to think about coming back to Jamaica to buy a home,
Gaffman morning, so wagwan.
who's this? Travel the boss? But
That's
like
what
how
I
traffic
said.
comes though, I have to run, because I can't manage traffic. So what may I say now? But if the
Hurry up and go on, man.
what the Prime Minister has done for me, coming to South Florida last evening, and I spent my time and went there, is that to reassure me that dollars and cents will make sense.
Hey, you see, if me
No,
have
all right,
hold on, winner. If me have a power, me cannot come back to Jamaica.
Based on what you say a while ago,
Grafman.
hold on, Chris. You said, listening to the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's policy, dollars and cents make sense. Now, based on that, Gaffman, will you be voting for the Jamaica Labour Party to make sure that your dollars and cents make sense?
No. Let me answer this.
Yeah.
Man, not have a vote. We tell you that already.
I
That's
don't
why
have
we
a
tell us
vote.
to run off gas,
All
man,
right.
not on the
Would you
line.
encourage others to vote?
Him not have a vote. Him
Will you
not do
return
that.
on the live and encourage others to vote?
He not go do that.
No,
Golf man fi go on with the American passport. We tell us say now waste time pan golf man. Make him come down and go away. We not no talking with golf man today.
Hold on, Lashika. Gaffman,
yes, sir.
He's not going to do that thing. We do it on the radio station.
the Prime Minister.
Listen to me today at 2 o'clock, WAVS1170.com, and you will hear me endorse
You're
everything
not
that
getting
the
no
Prime
likes
Minister
and
said.
views from over here. So anything you can't say, so we don't want to hear it. We're not getting no likes and views from over
You
here.
want to hear,
So you
you want
can't
to hear
talk
my
like
full
yourself. Keep
disclosure of the
that
Prime
to
Minister's speech?
yourself. We're not interested. We don't care what you want about the Prime Minister's speech. We hear where Prime Minister for saying that we are work with. Right there, so.
Just listen today and you will hear the Prime Minister. I believe Marlon Morgan will be on today also.
You can't frighten
And
with
we still not
already.
pay myself over there. Once you're over there, we not listen. And that mistake, I cannot get in.
Okay. Trevor, Trevor, what's the question, Trevor? Because your questions are like time bomb.
Gaffman,
Yes, sir.
we not go rest for your show later. Where you doing?
No, man, I'm not have the rest of the show, man. The show
You
already.
need to go rest for your show, man.
No,
You're not no sense, you know. You're not, honestly, you're not making sense.
yeah.
What you're saying is worth nothing and a half, to be quite honest.
Gaffman, when are you going to bring me on the show? You want to come on today at 2:30?
No, Gaffman, we don't have the time.
Analyze the Prime Minister's speech. Or the Prime Minister's presentation. Or Jamaica.
You could do that. That's no problem.
What do you want me to talk about this evening? What do you want me to
talk about? Whatever you want to talk about, as long as no politics is involved. You know that.
What time you want me to come in?
No, you don't come with politics, Sheikah. We can't manage politics.
Why you can't let me come and speak a little bit?
Honestly, I would like to invite you, but Sheikah, I don't speak politics publicly. I don't.
So what you want me to come and talk about? Because I have to speak about the good.
Talk about the if you can talk about the policies of the government, I have no problem with that. But if you can come in a politics, we don't join them game.
Goffman, have you ever been to a EOJ training? When EOJ train election day workers?
I would assume.
Have you ever been to one of those trainings?
I would assume they tell you to stay neutral.
And Goffman? No, but here's what I'm saying. You see people like you who are in the journalism field. Most of you are responsible for the low voter turnout in Jamaica. You are responsible for people treating politicians like criminals. You are responsible for making people feel like everything is bad about Jamaica. And you all do it. You all do it. No. But what I'm saying to you, just hear me out for a second. You all are responsible for that. Because the truth is, you all don't support the positive of Jamaica. Even the very EOJ, who has a mandate to sensitize people on the importance of voting, have spent very little of the money budgeted to them to do that. They don't encourage people to participate in the electoral process to the extent that the election day workers are among the lowest voter turnout in this country. Election day workers who are trained by EOJ are among the lowest block of voters, lowest turnout among the various block of voters in this country. EOJ workers. And that is because the EOJ, who has a responsibility to sensitize and educate people about the importance of voting, have failed. It is because people like you, who has a microphone and an audience, get up every day, every chance you get, to paint a picture of politics and politicians as being the worst. And you are wrong. You don't need to stop it. You don't need to stop it. You guys are not a part of the solution in these countries. You are definitely a part of the problem. Because you don't fail in our duty as journalists. I tell you that.
Come on, buddy. I think you're giving a lot of responsibility to one person. Chopper, Chopper. I promote Jamaica at all times. You will never hear me go on radio, and you never hear me come here and speak ill of the Prime Minister. Have anybody?
How does medicine get into Jamaica? How does medicine get to Jamaica? How does Jamaica get employment and investment here? You think it just come naturally?
Not at all.
It is politicians who coordinate and organize and ensure that we don't kill each other.
Use the word policymakers. Use the word policymakers.
But they are politicians, sir.
Yeah, but use the word policymakers.
They are politicians, and if we don't continue to water down the effect of politics and politicians in the country, you guys are a part of why Jamaica is going in a direction that we don't want it to go, as it relates to our constitution.
Unfortunately, it was good talking to you, and I always learn a lot from you guys.
Gaffman, it's as long as you're on a live, yeah?
No,
you're not come back in here, so take your leave. You're too hot, Ada. Leave. You're too bright. Left right now, you're too hot, Ada. Unfortunately. Leave up. Anytime, 130 people, anytime I see Gaffman over here, when I don't say the life come give me, I fling him broken neck. Right.
All right, wait, let me show you.
Look at him, I go to you.
I was unfortunately speaking to you guys. It's too hot, Ada.
He wants to stay. It means he wants to stay.
No,
it means unfortunately though.
Him too bright.
Hey, all right, goodie. And Chopper, right? There's all right, me come across some people over here in Canada. I want domino competition, some Jamaican, right? And I speak to about 5 of them. And about 4 of them are showing me this one. Like, basically, them upset at the fact that the government make Jamaica a better place. If you could have read deep in that, like we are talk to them over 2 hours, Jamaicans, natural born bred Jamaican, right? And them upset about the fact that the government of Jamaica do so good, right? Because it affect with them own personal agenda, right? Basically, when the point when me I try to come across is that people have some hidden dark agenda when not aligned with our own. We want the betterment of the country, and we want the country to move forward. Them don't, because if the country go forward for them, like basically one man argue with me and make me know say when he used to go to Jamaica and $10,000 used to can do way more than what it had do now. Like, you know, him just feel like a common man nowadays when he go to Jamaica.
But
Right.
100 life. If you were to ask those people what are the level of education that they have, you'll see where the thinking is coming from.
No, I know, I right. That the thing too. I like have some upstanding citizens, right? One man is own a construction company over here, right? So him kind of financially well off.
My dear, exactly. That doesn't mean, my dear, I know this man in the city that I live in. He's a Jamaican too. And he owns a welding place. This man can't read and write, but he has some good money. He makes 1 or 2 contracts, and that's what I'm saying. Not because you might have this or you might have that, doesn't mean that you have the level of reasoning.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
think.
yeah. But when I try to make people wise too, I mean, kind of did know it, but we just kind of never did verbalize it until me hear Golfman Pandel dial, right? Is that people have them own motives when it comes to the state where Jamaica in. Everybody have their own personal agenda where they might try to achieve.
Right.
Right.
And another thing, sorry to cut you in, another thing that you have to think of, remember, with the PNP, all they think about is what the government can do for them. It's not about the country.
Yeah.
It's about their individual self.
Yes.
It's
So
me,
basically,
myself, and I. And
exactly.
they're used to this backdoor deal, this corruption deal. Boy, I mean, one man and his all you see them are talking of the caution and the whole of them. Something they're gonna get in the end.
Yes,
In the
exactly.
end
So
result that benefit them personally, not
yes,
the country,
exactly.
but
Not the
personal
country.
benefit that. And this is where you see people like we were talking to is the same thing. If
Yes.
they can
So
get somebody to carry in one trailer with them, for them, and they're not paying nothing, that
yeah.
is what the connection they're looking for.
Exactly, and it is causing whereby enough people are mindful of the fact that Mark Golding does not know how to run a country, right? He don't know how to get the country moving forward. But what him a go do? Him a go break the country, right? Him a go destroy the dollar. So that means your US dollar and your Canadian dollar and your pound in terms of remittance and exchange rate
It's more.
I go work more in a Jamaica.
Correct. And that's
right?
what they care about.
And people over here are mindful of that, right? So them know that, in knowing that, them become them motive become tangy. Them avoid for Mark Golding based upon the destructive nature we have towards the country.
Yeah,
right?
because the Canadian dollar gonna go to $120 and 30 instead
Yes,
of
and
now
US dollar, US
at
dollar might reach
$106.
$300. US dollar might reach $500 to $1 by the time.
Right. It's all about
Yes.
what they
So
can
all
benefit.
about yes. So when we now come approach them as labor right, and we might think say, yo, them blind to the facts that the government are do good. They're not blind to it. It's just that it don't match for them own agenda. You understand? So them have them own things planned. And it kind of hurtful for your things, but enough people, like me personally, talk to somebody and the way the length and the breadth of the conversation. You know, when you talk to somebody for over a while and you press them and you press them and you press them, you run out of words till they start talk their mind.
And to be honest, even me within myself, I send my mom money, and let's say I send her $100, just for argument's sake, $100. First time she used to get 15,000 for it. Now, should I get 10,600
All
or
right.
10,500? And again, it might be selfish from me to say, well, she used to get more, but it is shown that the Jamaican dollar is fighting back.
Yes,
It shows
yes,
that it is fighting back. It's regaining strength.
yes. And
It's,
that no,
and that's what they don't like.
we don't like that. People over here, because remember that are the
Big up
reason
that, man.
that
Big up.
that create the classism where you think you're in a
Exactly.
you think you're in our higher class, but because Andrew Holness is such a good steward, it might eat away that class the way you put yourself in. So you get big with Andrew Holness now because he do so good with the economy and the debt to GDP ratio go down. The dollar now slide dramatically, right? There's a lot of infrastructure. Man, I complain say when you go to Jamaica, nobody no frightened for him again.
As a matter of fact, sorry who wanted to cut in. As a matter of fact, we now can dictate the terms of loan that we are borrowing. We don't have to borrow in a US dollar anymore. We can now borrow into Jamaican. We dictate how we want it done because our dollar is gaining strength. This is what Nigel Clark talks about in the last budget speech he had. He said that Jamaican, no, we don't have to. They have to come to us. This is why when you see that the government use the leverage of the Norman Manley Airport, and I hear these people talking so negatively about it, he used that leverage to get one of the most excellent interest rate at the bonds he issued. Those are assets in Jamaica, and in 12 years, it's going to be paid off. When you're thinking smart, you look in your country to see what assets you have can use as leverage instead of going outside of the country to go let the man dictate to you how he's going to lend your money.
That is true. That is true. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. I just say asset. You have to have asset, and that is why you have to grow your country to be on a level of a standard that people can say, why should I lend my money and the country going down? They're not gonna lend a country I run down, you know. If the government is bankrupt and I feel for money or cash crap, nobody's not gonna want to lend you money.
But
because Jamaica.
And how do they know that? How do they
Because
know that Jamaica is standing is good? You know, how do they know that? Through the credit bureau. That credit rating.
So that's what we work for. That's what Andy was working on.
Exactly. That credit rating that we got a BB minus positive.
The amount of money we can get now for borrow.
It's the same. Hold on. It's the same credit rating that Canada have. Canada, where there's something there is over $3,000.
We have Canada have 3 Bs, Jamaica have 2 B.
No, a 2B. No, 2B Canada have BB minus.
Maybe I was misinformed, but yeah.
I was looking at it. I could be wrong too, but I saw it. I think Canada has a BB minus. Jamaica has the same BB minus positive also. It goes to show what the outlook for Jamaica, not only a BB minus, but with a positive outlook. This is where you look at it. This is how international investors look at the country to see, just like how we have the little credit. These are the countries work the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a good person?
Triple B is when you start and drop you can start drop major investors, like you can have a Tesla factory put up, right? You can have an Amazon factory put up.
Talking about Tesla, sorry to cut in. Talking about that, did you notice that Samsung unveiled their latest phone in Jamaica and offering it at 175,000 that they're offering it at? So what that is telling me, are they looking to put a plant in Jamaica or something in Jamaica?
They're gonna want to do that.
That was at Jam Pro.
Suppose I tell you something. Suppose I tell you something on what?
Sorry, Ian. We need to elaborate on that. We need to ask the question that why did Samsung come to Jamaica, come unveil that phone and said, this is what we're going to offer the Jamaican people. And he also put how much incentives you're going to get. Like they give you a discount on it. You get, I think you get a pair of iPod, earpods or earplugs or whatever they call them. I think you get around 3 things with it. But the question is being asked, and nobody's asking that question. Why is it that Samsung, an international company, come to small Jamaica to come
They
and
know
talk about
Jamaica.
your phone?
No,
A
they know
country that
Jamaica
has
have
3 million people. This tells you the testament to the government of how the investment in the country is going.
they know that Jamaican have a high buying power. They're watching, they're monitoring Jamaica.
It just happened 6 years. We have to say 6 years ago, because 3 years we had COVID. 3 years we had COVID. As soon as the country opened, it's booming. So when we have international company coming like that, I don't hear the PNP them talking about it. I don't hear any of your bloggers. They
They
would
say not
never.
go on, them say the country mash up. So
But this
we
is
need to
why
talk
we
about what they
need to
want to say
counter
now.
their argument and put forward what is happening. We are now in the last stretch of the with the bend in the 200 meters. At the bend with the we're up on the straight now.
What we have to do, to me, like what I do, I might not come up on the live, but I am working. I opened another TikTok, started at nothing, and I gone over 50 odd likes. I'm at about tens of thousands of views, and the views are stronger. Because what I'm saying is the people who are viewed don't involved in chatting on live. They view the thing. And they are
20
seeing what
weeks
they are
from
saying.
now.
Huh?
20
Yeah,
weeks
man.
from now.
Yeah,
20
man.
weeks
We're on the
from
stretch.
now.
We're going around the
We
bend on the
have
stretch.
we have an election. 20
There is such
weeks
a
from
now going
now.
towards it. They're going towards it. The winning thing. We're on the
So
Yeah,
stretch,
now
you know.
but
we have
you
to
see,
fine
man
tune. We
say
have
that
to
I mean,
straighten up.
but
We
man say
come
you
out for
see,
the bend.
man
We
say,
come
but you
out
see
for the
this.
Tell
This is
me.
one of my point. Man say this is one of my point is that people in the diaspora, nobody feel like say we don't. Well, most of them don't have them agenda. Likewise, the PMP followers, right? No, yeah, you have the blatant ignorant one them where them just dumb.
People like when the country pop down, when them can't have things at war, where them can't bring in them bundle the thing. People have them things. People want sending them guns and in a barrel and them have their links at the war.
Come on.
People want
Yes, and
crime
that are the
because
mistake,
crime
and
pays.
that are the harsh truth. That are the truth. People,
And guess what?
because guess what drive money? Guess what drive money in the world? Like guess what major drivers money in the world? Two things drive money. Big war drive money. Hello, Jamaican, I go for war.
Of course, corruption.
War and sickness.
Crime, it's a crime, but war drive money in the world.
War drive money and sickness drive money. Right?
Health.
And guess what?
And them
Guess
things.
what? They're going to be doing something there. They're going to be bringing us down now to say the government, nothing can come in for the little man. The little man, they're carrying this. And the government,
the little man food. Yeah.
The little man food, they stop the little man. Just like the taxi driver, them on the road. Look at the carnage on the road. Or the boy them when they stop them. Look at how many people got killed unalive on the road. And me hear the opposition leader that go and say, one of the give the people them ticket for.
It's when you start tighten up your system. Remember, say people were used to a looseness size system or make a survival of a looseness size system. Them are gonna start get vexed with you. Right? Because when them start import 50 car and they used to only pay for 5. Now them have to pay for 50 of them. Who them vexed with?
Yes, that's not a lie. Yeah, them said that on the JLP.
As you rightly said, enough of them people here. They don't care nothing about Jamaica. All they care about is the connection that they can make.
The connection.
The connection that they can make.
Also,
so when they carrying their container, their this and their that, they don't have to pay the $2 or $3 million.
Do you know? Let me tell you a secret. Do you know coming up? Do you know there half of the top business person back yonder where it involved in corruption under the government of PJ? I tell about facts. Did not pay them property tax.
Of course,
did not pay over the income tax when they drop on the workers. Did not pay over the NIS and the housing trust. Me tell you that. Do you know what? When them start run up their mouth, they never like something what PJ are doing now. And they run up their mouth and say, no, you know what PJ did? Him call him a beer royal sometime I have a meet with them and then come back and change them mouth. Him have a time when he make a phone call to them. Just when he call them and tell them, say, don't let me open my mouth and talk about una phone of corruption. They shut them out next day and they put him side. Me know that as a fact. They changed their mind because they were biting in the corruption too. The doctors, let me tell you what go on. The doctors, they when they put on contract And I was saying it to somebody, but I never talked on the ear. The doctor that they had on the contract, they make a deal with them. Listen me. Me I put up on contract when I get a money for myself, when I can open a private thing, and I can come back at the hospital and use the equipment. And them trouble the people them lives. And the people out there ballers to the hospital, listen, them overwork the equipment, them that's why them fail us. It's because of what them do. Because them get cut out of it. And them charge 400,000 for just the one little laser thing in a man intestine. You understand? A man told me that he was going to do it at a certain place, but that person, that hospital is a different private one though. 300,000 to do a minor surgery.
As a matter of fact, what the government should be doing, because it's taxpayers' money purchasing those machines for them to come and do a free surgery and broke it down.
Stop that.
The government should be charging them. The
They'll
government
never do it.
because you know what? They're not paying for it, right? They are not paying for it, but yet still they're not giving us the discount.
No,
because if they were supposed to go and buy those machines, you know how much it would cost them to run it, to operate
but they need
it?
to go and buy for themselves.
No. What I'm saying is that let's say they're using the public machines, right? The public theater or operating theater in the hospitals. The government should be charging them a fee for it. Because they're not, or they charge less for the operation.
Right.
Instead of doing that, they dig out the people in yai.
That may I tell you.
Dig out it. If you don't want to charge full price, you go down, you can go to the private hospitals and go rent them space from them. If you're gonna come to charge us the citizen, you have to give us a deal, because we don't buy it. I feel we sitting, and how come we not get the benefit? They might get the benefit out of it. No. And this is what PGA does. Just like how PGA, just like how PGA set it that this outgoing prime ministers, them, or the retired prime minister and their widows get the same pension money as the sitting prime minister.
They earn, that's what they get in pension.
Why do you think that Andrew decided not to take the money? Because Andrew realized that if him take the increase, we would have much of them, 5 of them sit down. They get the same salary. We'd have Mrs. Siaga, we'd have PJ Patterson, we'd have, Bruce refused it, but Bruce is entitled to it. So Mrs. Siaga, PJ Patterson, Bruce Golden, Portia Simpson, now we have Andrew. 5 of them from this little country where the GDP is how much money per capita, per citizen.
Yeah, and guess who take for them one, and guess who take for them one, and it can come into
Mark Hogan.
Yeah, but can I say something else again? Can I say something again? Another big thing that it happened when money squandered on a PJ. He had 30 or 18, I think 18 or 30 consultant, and he was paying them 300 million a year for consultant. I used to question what, because it was in friend them. He was paying them out of taxpayer money, 300 million, 30 or about 20 something consultant. Where I do so much consultant and I pay them so much money. So I tell you Let me tell you something, man. Them man, they never say nothing, come up on national ear. But we leave them to God. Them can't, the money with them money have lack way abroad, them all dead left it and alive left it. And me I tell you that. Because it can't help them in them old stage and them want to come create more. They took a lot of money out of Jamaica, you know. Man like Colin Campbell, you know. All them man, you know, were involved in some mess and them took him out of politics. Him lose him seat. Him turn around and them give him back job again, you know. And I'm paying back again and I give him trust me, man. Those things them to recycle the garbage them and put them so they can earn money. That's what them do. Dayton Campbell earn money. You are ESOJ, my director. All them things, all them little crook there. That's what them are behave so. And them man sabotage the electoral office type of thing where I go on because they are director on the board. And them don't train the people and they don't send out message to the people them and said, listen me, this is what is a Jamaican right. It's supposed they advertise the rights of every Jamaican, whether you have a church, religion, or creed. It's your right, it's a democratic right to vote for your choice, to defend the rights of what you're not going to. You can't come on radio station and chat. And the vote, you take it to the station, to your election. That's where you take it, your vote, or your argument, or your grieves, and your future.
But I like to know
Yeah.
if we get a chance to ask Andrew no question, would I ask him about the thing they were when Bruce PJ did pass, or you can revoke it. What
He
is that?
can if he wants to. He can.
Yeah.
He
Because
can.
yeah, man. Like if you think about it, I want to process because if
It's
you have
unfair.
prime minister, you have 5 prime minister, I get 28 million
Yep.
in a year time. That's too much for your country.
That is the reason why he didn't take the increase.
But Mark Goldie not afraid to take this. Well,
Of
enough.
course he did.
He married.
Some of them are take their money, man. Them no business with nothing, you know. What them a fight for power, you know. They want to be have
Yes.
power in well, you know. They want superpower in the world to be in the eyes of the world so that the link with the corruption, the money laundering and the corruption, they can do it for the next 5 years and change up some things in Jamaica that will lock them down to be in for a long time by selling out corruption, by dashing away the money on the street, because that's what they did in whatever, to see if they can buy the people. They want to do that. They want to try and do that. So they are willing. They know the man is not fit to be a leader, you know. But they are willing to abide by the garbage what him say and by all the criminal behaviors and corruption as long as them can get into power so that them can change the cycle of parliament and bring it back to the old politics where them can tax the people and say, Andrew never left the money here and that was lie. And then find here everybody attack. When we win, we're going to lock up the whole of the JLP them and the prime minister like anything can go so.
Yeah, and you're right. Them already a surprise sending narrative said when them get power, them have to redo his system because it mash up.
Yes, and my vote for the
people. So trouble them.
Yeah. The company side and vote for we'll get to that labor right. We'll lock up the whole of them. Just like when Michael Manley lock up Babsy and couple of the PNP and call the election. And that's the PNP account funding on even the bloggers them, you know, and caution, you know, lock up the whole of them. And they're so done, so I don't waste time. I don't go up on the program with nobody again in the boss. Because I don't have I'm bigger than that, you know. I am bigger than debate with garbage, you know.
It's not even good to repeat what you're saying. It's not even good to repeat that.
It's not even good to repeat that all the time. That's what I'm saying. I can't find myself walling into that because of the standard that I have. First of all, the standard that I have with the business people in Jamaica. That's why I don't even make my voice so much to be heard. I just show my picture, my thing. My standards I have. We work with all the top business people in Jamaica. The Azan them and the whole of the Syrian and all of them. And the Jews and the world and the Arabs. I deal with them and they don't come out. You hear them come out and run up them out? No, them just put their money where it lies. When I am putting my things where I lie, so I share. That is my work for my country. I am sharing what I've seen. So anything want to say positive without no inappropriate words. Because I hear people say some things, but from the words start to speak some words tonight, and they're not gonna have me share it.
Yes,
really, Monica tonight, I will change back all the voice. And don't put no inappropriate words into nothing. I will share it.
That's why we have to vote, Sandra. If we don't vote, then you know, really.
You have to dig out all the 18-year-old and make sure the 18-year-old them at that labor need to do. Go find the young people them. Eh?
Yeah,
the young people them and make sure them have them voters thing. Make them have them, let's say them numerate and all these things. That don't do. Me not have the time for that. I don't know not about that and I'm not getting into that. You understand? My thing is share with me I share. Everybody have them role. Play on the role and play it well. That's all.
What is the comrade strategy though? Because we don't really see the part.
No, they not have that. No, them thing is to talk slander and dirty nasty things and draw and.
But what I'm seeing, right? Are we falling for the trap? Because we have too many comrade seats. You don't think because I don't see that they don't show a winning strategy.
Who that?
The comrades them.
No, them not. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So them not show nothing. Them not do nothing, you know. Between me and them, not do nothing. Them here right now. Them just a wait for Andrew because what them want, you know. They want Andrew. The biggest plan them had was to take it to them. They take it to them, meaning that bring the garbage, dig up the dead, do everything you can do, every scandal and every garbage you can throw upon Andrew, throw it upon him. The IC was a part of it, big time.
Yeah, but that can't win. That cannot win.
No, it mash up. No, that mash up. No, that wasn't. No, they wanted Andrew was to resign. They wanted was to take it to the country and have a whole mass rally and demonstration across the country. Them do a whole heap, but the people don't buy. All 10 people would turn up on 20. Nobody never turn up with all of them.
No, but hey, but when I look, I see a lot of the comrades' constituency have been built up. They look like they're winning.
Built up with what? What are you talking about?
Like we have put too much money in the comrade area.
Oh no, that mean no man, it's all right, man. No man.
No, okay,
no, we're not built up them constituency. No. We are building up Jamaica. Because let me tell you something. No, we are built up Jamaica.
Yeah, me I said that why are we doing theirs first?
No, because them not do nothing, them not no plan. The plan in Jamaica. Listen to me. The plan in Jamaica is to link
my ask, right? Because if we win 53 seats, even more than 38. Look, right now we have put so much money in a Portmore and a peer comrades live at Portmore.
No, man, we not peer comrade, not on a peer comrade live at Portmore.
Yeah, but
on a peer comrade live at Portmore, you know.
Yeah, but that's
it's just on a peer comrade. Let me explain to you. No, let me explain to you. We are it's not so, sir. The people of Jamaica weren't the people of Jamaica weren't attracted. Majority of the people who are working in Portmore are working across Jamaica. And them go to vote, you know. And the hunger them go out there, we look something, and me I tell you that, which is 20-something%. 50% of Jamaican vote, 60% of vote, then they almost 100% voting. They never come out because they don't see the reason why to vote, because they say the same party are the same. They did say so. So many times we have to say one are evil and one are evil because of how them they had it. Andrew came and changed the politics things that young people are now getting involved and are willing now. High school children just leave school and sixth form. And them now are involved and them are run politics now. They are so smart and intelligent. And they are the one that gravitate to Andrew. Right? I'm telling you. If PNP did not vote and a PNP vote in Andrew, may I tell you because them never like the dirty politics and for them on politics. Most of them stay home. So I'm trying to tell you. No, sir. Portmore is not no PNP country. I lie them tell you because the PNP come out because them did as I tell you already, all them set it.
How many seats we have? How many seats we have in a Portmore?
Well, I don't really know how much seats. But
we're not gonna define the seats in Portmore. Let me say this to say. This is one of the problems that PNP have. What they are saying that they are differentiating Portmore from St. Catherine because they want to have that. Because remember, Portmore is a mixed multitude of PNP and Labour.
That's right.
They are
in every area.
Why is it that they are gonna separate St. Catherine from Portmore? Because what they are saying, because most of the people in Portmore know is going towards the Labour Party.
Right. That's why I beat them now. And I wouldn't even say going towards, I would say them come out. In other words, those people who are working never involved in politics. But they are coming out now. And them coming out on the Labour right side, but they were always maybe Labour right, but they never were involved. But now they are willing to fight for the country. And Andrew, even me, as I tell you, who always have in my low mind, as a low person myself, low mind means say, me never talk it out. I never talk politics. Never. I was always thinking on the Labour right side because I love Siaga and I always see when do I see Seabed Authority, I go down there and do things Jamaica. And as I say, I was a young businessman flying in out America and I rubbed shoulder with the top businessman in Kingston and across Jamaica. So listen to me, I've always seen the dream of Siaga with the solidarity card. And they want to lift up the small man and they believe in the Rasta man, they make the craft them. And that's what the craft market that comes in and the whole for things them. I knew all of that. But I never wanted to. I wanted to be a politician. And a lady tell me on the plane, so listen to me, I'm a nice person. Don't go into politics. It stinks. It's going to mess you up. And that's why I never go forward into it. But the point of the matter is, Andrew brought me out that me I'll put on a green cap and green Ganzi. Am I mad?
I look on Central. Central Kingston and Michael Manley place, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You them too. Labour right down in a plan and on a clear.
All of them high rise where I go up down there.
Yeah.
because they
Hello?
are in,
They don't say, well, why,
investors
but me I say, as a labor,
in Jamaica.
why we choose the constituency? Michael Manley.
No, but what I'm
No, you
saying
don't
is,
understand, you know. Oh, you
Yeah,
keep
you have
asking
to
that.
explain it to me though, because yo,
buildings,
I
remember
was
those
gonna explain.
yeah, I have to explain the
those
pocket thing
areas
because
building
right
what
now
are,
I'm kind of
No,
built.
because the
me not like how them
people,
a jump the line. Why them a jump the line?
no, the people in Jamaica, listen to me. The people
That a
in Jamaica
Michael
is
Manley place, you know.
no, it don't matter because it's I know Michael Mann the place. Michael Mann make it his place. But listen
Yeah,
to me.
but look how they run down and mash up, man.
No, that is
it
why
come like
it
number
take
one.
no, but the Prime Minister of Jamaica is not Prime Minister for Labour Right. And I want Labour
What?
Right to understand this. Listen,
He's a
listen,
Where's
prime
him
minister
a
for
preacher?
the message. Listen to me, my brother. Listen.
Preacher have to take
For
care
a
of him
few
take the
seconds.
first man.
Listen for a few seconds. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew, is not Prime Minister for Labour Right. It's our Prime Minister. We own him up. But what I'm saying is the Prime Minister first for Jamaica. Mean whether the PNP or Labour Right, they must serve the people of Jamaica. That is in my policy. And any MP want to do that, want to shift him up and move him out of the politics.
Right.
Because
What you're
he's wasting
talking
my time.
about, what
No,
you're
he's
talking
saying
about,
that
my
why.
brother. No, hold on. He's talking about tribal politics. And this is what we want to get away from, where because it's a PNP area, you're not going to service the area as a JLP area.
Right.
That is called
Right.
tribal politics.
Explain to him. That is what we're trying to get rid of.
I'm saying the ungratefulness though. The
No, we
It
don't care
doesn't
about that.
matter. It doesn't.
No, we don't care
It
about that. We are
doesn't
doing for the
matter.
country. We're
It
cleaning
is
up the
for the
country and making
country.
it.
It's
Yes.
because everybody has a right to vote for who they want to vote
To
for. They
life
might
and
not like
sanity
it.
and
Yes,
environment.
but it's called tribal politics, and
that's how them
that
behave.
move the country. That because you can see that in Jamaica now, where some places are fixed up and some of
Almost
them
all over
run
Jamaica
down,
now is
run
touching.
down.
Every area in Jamaica is touching. Every area is coming to a
yeah, but in the
moral.
local government election, them vote.
Hold
them
on,
to vote
guy.
comrades.
Hold on. But Bashir, outside they come from. Big up Moreland Wilson, MP, Westmoreland. Outside they come from again, Bashir.
Well, a three place me want the money come now. Me want to come at South Chilani, Southeast St. Andrew, and Northeast Manchester.
But may I ask you which side they come from, yeah?
You mean which side of the politics?
No, man.
No. Your area where you...
Yeah, that means the South Chilani. Alright, so South Chilani, that's grandmother.
Oh, are you from... Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I say, because bro God have the money, you know, man. And when bro God are doing things, he might do it decent. So what I say?
Yeah, man.
But when we look, no, man, but when we look for Morant Bay, right? And there's some comrades in the area. You have to forgive me. And him put the billions over there, sir. Right? And then you see the ungratefulness of them people.
No, we not work
who
for them
not even
ungrateful.
appreciate it.
No,
No,
we're not
but
busy with them.
Them not appreciate it. If that they are South Chilani where the labor them there, and we put, you know what money we make there, sir?
Yeah, but let me tell you why he had to do what he has to do at St. Thomas. St. Thomas is
give it to them
St. Thomas is near Kingston.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
St. Thomas, listen up. St. Thomas is in, listen up, St. Thomas is in Kingston. Almost. It's on the border of Kingston, St. Andrew, and the whole of them there's some Port Royal. It is a monument where the PNP never know. And even most of the places where they have a monument, even at the inner city in Kingston.
No, you're right. Yeah, may I agree with you. I am, you know, say, to be honest.
Yes.
Lately, me know St. Thomas has been about maybe 6 years ago. Well,
yes.
No, me got through it for a long time, but when I got through it, I not even did really pick up or go. But
yeah.
6 years ago, me take bus go there and me I look on how near they to Kingston. Not only that.
15 minutes ride or 10 minutes.
No, we have that short period of time.
Yeah, but no, the amount of school people when me say I wait for a bus to go. I say, man, for real, PNP did miss the mark a long time.
Then why?
A billion country that's enough. A billion years.
Why Mitchell Charles a struggle out there, sir?
No, listen, what I'm saying is, We
Because
are
I'm
not
grateful. And that me I try
doing
to
it
say
for
comrades and
PNP or
grateful, brother.
JLP, it doesn't matter. We are doing it because the government will earn money from there. We're investing. Let me tell you, investment is for Jamaica, you know. What
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying, until I come there, a lot of things, we want Jamaica to grow. So we are linking St. Thomas with Portland with so-and-so Montego Bay. That's why we're building the highway so that more investors will come. We don't care about
And
what
it's
they
sure
want to do.
that
Because after a while,
it's sure
people
that them
come
they
over, we
have
have another
vision.
election, and people, whatever. But let me have trouble. Black River have no light.